watching breakfast television, there is snow on the ground, but we have bonsai trees right here on breakfast television. And I just want to thank you because you gave my daughter, you actually gave her 2 plants, but one was a bonsai.
Yeah.
And she absolutely loves it. But I don't know if we're taking care of it or if we're watering it a little bit too much. So we've got some bonsais, and that's what we're talking about this morning.
So first off, bonsai is the ancient art of really a technique of creating miniaturized trees. And what they want to do is to create a look that would be a larger tree or specimen in nature. And it's really quite fascinating how many years back this goes and the value of a bonsai, one that's old. You know, you look at this plant that's right here in the center. This one here is about 10 to 15 years of age. That there is worth about $130. But I want to show you a picture of one of the world's most expensive plants.
Okay.
And this is a bonsai that recently sold in Asia for 100 million yen. And in terms of how much that's worth, that's over 1 million Canadian dollars that was sold for. The age of this bonsai is about 400 years in age. Now, I want to show you a bonsai that was 800 years old. This one here is estimated value is priceless. 800 years old, a piece of art that has survived several world wars. It has survived many different emperors. This is a piece of art that in several years that people would have to prune, maintain, have a vision. The initial vision, you can see the stem of that. That's what's amazing. And not only are they evergreen, but as well, you can do them in a dwarf flowering. This last picture is an azalea. And this is quite remarkable too, to take an azalea and to get a bonsai to flower just like that. And there's the Toronto Bonsai Society that if you ever want to become a part of and learn a little bit more about this ancient art. Now, in terms of watering,
I do now.
Yeah, they're unbelievable. When you think about a painting takes, you know, a couple days to a week or maybe a month that somebody works on a painting. 800 years they took into making these visual pieces of stunning natural art. That's what these are.
This is exactly what these are. Okay,
if you have something like this,
kinds.
there's different kinds. Some of the ones that you'll see right now, I saw one available at Costco the other day just for 20 bucks, and that's a tropical form bonsai.
Yeah.
That's not terribly old, but really good to have in your in home. That's what I gave your daughter.
Yes.
And the reason for that is it's very easy to take care of. There's not a lot of investment up front.
Can you overwater it?
Yes. Number one killer of indoor plants at this time of year is overwatering.
How often should we water it?
Depends on if it's in front of a window, bright room that
she
you're going to be...
has it in front of a window.
Okay.
Should she have it in front of a window?
Yes. Nice bright light during the winter.
But she likes to spray it.
Spritzing is really good because then you're adding humidity to the room.
Okay.
Right now, the biggest thing that we have combating not only bonsai but any indoor plant is the lack of indoor humidity. You know, we really want humidity to almost be at 50% for them to survive and do well. The misting of the plant's really good. You can see how these guys almost
She has it right by a heater. That she shouldn't do that.
No, yeah. No heating source. You want to make sure that it's a consistent heat.
Okay.
Really, the perfect room for something like this is where you have a room that's brightly lit. Yeah. And then at night drops by about 5 to 10 degrees. Plants like it when there's a cooler evening temperature, so those rooms where you don't really have the heat on, but the sunlight really warms the room, and then thereafter. In terms of watering, like you said, you want to basically water these guys maybe at most just once every other week. They really don't need that much water.
Okay, that's good to know.
The one that I would really recommend not going for is this, which is the evergreen juniper bonsai. The reason for that, if you're not that experienced of a gardener, during the winter months, it should go through a plunge period. You could do this really easy. If you had a cantina or a cold cellar, all you would do is place this in the cold cellar for about 2 to 3 weeks, even up to a month. That'll put it into its chill period, its dormancy period, make it go to sleep, and then when you bring it back out, it makes it fake it that it's in winter.
My cold room is now my shoe room, so I can't do that.
You're still under construction.
I made it into a shoe room.
Yeah,
so
one
I don't
of the most important
anymore.
with the new construction.
My shoes are cold.
Yeah, new construction of our house. The most important room I built was the cantina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because of my tomato sauce.
Yeah, of course it is.
And also
of your tomato sauce.
my capicola and the other things. That's a whole other story.
Basements are generally a little chillier anyway, so if you do things, you can put them down.
But in terms of dormancy, it has to be cool temperature.
Yes.
And it has to be completely out of light for these guys. Now, the other varieties that we have here, they're ones that can go without a dormancy period. Okay. So the tropical varieties that you're seeing right now at places like Costco, and I've seen them at Loblaws and all those different, those ones there don't require a dormancy period. Pruning, you have to have the vision that you're restricting them. You're trying to make this bottom stem right there a little bit thicker, and as we're pruning, restricting the growth, we're dwarfing the plant. And by dwarfing that plant, we're making it almost stunt. And there is actually something that's used in greenhouse called bonsai where we can spray and stunt plants. But this is a
Why do we want to stunt it?
Because we want to make what they would look like in big form, stunt them down into a dwarf form.
But what if we want it to grow?
Then it's going to lose its shape. It's going to lose its stem. One of the most unique features of this is not the leaves, it's the stem. And that stem right there is art. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And pruning is just, I'll put it in terms for you, it's horticultural hairdressing. So all you're doing is you're snipping off the dead ends.
So
I'm trying to put it into hair
can I
terms for
pass
you.
this one down? Can this last 800 years?
It could last several decades. 800 years in your care, I don't think so.
Thanks a lot, Frankie. Thanks a lot. All right, we're taking a break. You can follow him on Twitter, but I'm really upset.
I know you're not. I speak the truth, the whole truth.
But
Nothing
it's
but the
green
truth.
thumb.